So in comparison to a lot of other martial arts, it's very much, you know, it's a different, Capoeira has a different purpose. It's not only for neutralizing somebody, but even though that comes up sometimes, but it's also for just creatively and expressively having a good time, moving around, having this kind of conversation with the other person. Sometimes it's more generous, sometimes it's more violent, but that's one good way of thinking about it. It's sort of a conversational interaction between two people. Sometimes you use a movement, throw a kick, for instance, in a way that it gives the person a chance to get out of the way. Other times, not so much. So it depends on what's happening at that time. Right now, it might be nice to demonstrate a little bit, just to play a little bit faster kind of capoeira. So capoeira has many different tempos as dictated by the music, and we'll just play a little bit faster here right now. Let's since we usually like to have 35 of us when we're at the studio. We like to have a big group of people. Capoeira is a social thing as well. So since there's only 5 of us, we need all of your help to provide some energy. So I'm just going to get you guys to clap your hands like this. Just 3 times.
Cool.
Does anybody have any questions? Feel free to come and hopefully there's something that's not obvious to you. You can come and talk to us about it afterwards. Maybe do one more thing for you. Oh, here's one.
What's the point to the handstand moves? Is that just for fun or?
Good question. Yeah, there's a lot of things in capoeira that really are. It's not a. Capoeira is really a pastime, so evolved as a way to have fun. as well as be competitive, but also sometimes just show what you can do. So one way to earn someone's respect is to hit them in the face, trip them up. But you can also earn their respect, if you're strong enough, agile enough to do this or that acrobatic movement, maybe you can earn their respect without having to make an enemy out of them. So it's also just fun. If in the middle of like that song that I sang first at the beginning of the demonstration, carries that kind of message. E menino, quem te fez, quem te ensinou a beleza de dança dentro da briga? So it asks the question, young man, who taught you the beauty of being able to dance inside of a fight? And Capoeira is that. So trying to have fun, do something elegant and beautiful inside of a tough situation. And that's where Capoeira came from, evolved in Brazil, out of all the disparate African cultures that were brought there during that slavery period by the Portuguese. So these people who were enslaved, forced to work in terrible conditions, and it's that, learning to do something beautiful and have some joy inside of that unbelievably difficult situation that gave rise to Capoeira. There's a misconception that Capoeira has no contact. So maybe if you take anything away from this, that might be a good point to take away. Obviously, if someone comes, I've seen some great self-defense demonstrations here this morning, and Capoeira is not, we're not going to play like this in a back alley if someone comes and asks me for my wallet, To the question, I'm not going to do a handstand. If someone says, give me all your money, I'm not going to start using the jing. I'm not going to do, that's not what that's for. Some of the techniques will be useful though. Some of the kicks, some of the agility and strength that you have, you can use in those situations. But also inside the game, it also, just like if it were a conversation, sometimes you ask a nice question, sometimes a tougher question. So there's lots of, maybe I'll just show you a few techniques that you use in Capoeira for putting a person on the ground. Oh, it's Zach Miller. Hey, man. You want to come here? No, this is good. So I'll get Sydney to very innocently demonstrate some kicks, and I'll do some counter attacks. So for instance, like a martello. Capoeira is full of these kind of sweeps, like a meia luz com passo. Really typical are these kind of sweeping movements. For instance, benção. Ways of escaping and making a counterattack at the same time. Armada. How about you could do another armada. Armada again. And how about a queixada? A lot of people who train Capoeira also train and grappling like a jiu-jitsu as well, because once you get to the floor, Capoeira doesn't have as much vocabulary there. In a Capoeira game it becomes a little more heated, very often you end up on the floor, and that's where training another art, another martial art, will give you some vocabulary to use in that situation. So, thank you very much.